Hey, Cardinals fans, welcome back to the Redbird Rundown, presented by I-70 Sports, your home for all things St. Louis Cardinals. I'm Jonathan, here with Matt and Andy.
All of us.
We would love if you would share our Spotify and Apple links with your friends. They can be found on Facebook, Blue Sky, and Twitter. Today, we're going to be recapping the past week of games, as always, handing out some mid-season awards, checking in on the baby birds, and sharing what we'll be watching for heading into next week. But before we get in to all that fun rundown business, I just got back from
a heat stroke.
Yeah, an East Coast heat stroke, also known as a stadium tour. I went and saw the DC Stadium, the Nats, the Phillies, and the Orioles. And as Andy alluded to, it was literally hot as sin outside.
You put in some sweat equity on this, getting these stadiums knocked off your list.
Wow. So all the jerseys I wore smelled terrible, just awful. Thank God they were washable. Washing machines really saved the day there. So I want to give you guys a couple highlights on these. So DC, real quick, I'm going to give you what I ate and what I thought about the stadium. Okay.
Any big kahunas? Just any spoilers real quick.
No big kahunas. No big kahunas. I don't
do
know
they
if
have
that's
anything
just
on the menu?
thing.
Like, do they have anything on the menu in DC called like the filibuster or something? Like it
they
always,
should've.
that name has always struck me as like some kind of like ice cream bar. Like you could go through Dairy Queen like, yes, hello, 2 filibusters, please.
Is that like it's super long and doesn't make sense?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's like a foot long churro or something.
That honestly,
yeah.
Write that down.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Okay, so we had a Korean. I went with my wife, so I want to say we. I'm not just like speaking of like my imaginary friend. We had a Korean corn dog, which I'm not know if you're familiar with the Korean corn dog.
No.
This one had a hot dog in it, but what they are is typically is just cheese in it. So it's like the batter, the cheese is a Korean corn dog. Pretty darn good. You could get them with like hot Cheetos dust on them, all kinds of crazy stuff. Opted to just go the straight.
Very Korean there. The hot Cheetos dust, extremely Korean.
Are you guys familiar with the chip Takis? Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. All right. So I wasn't familiar with this, but you could get blue Takis on there too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
What is happening? Okay.
Blue Flame's the hottest, we know. Come on.
Of course. You're right. The stadium was nice. I thought it was pretty. It was super hot. It's in a really nice area in DC, like kind of off south, like near the water. So it was really nice. But overall, I'd say it was about like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Just a solid, nice place.
Okay.
Philadelphia had some crab fries. Now this may be a little misrepresentative of crab here because I don't think there were crab on them. It was kind of odd. It was just seasoned fries, but the seasoning was maybe Old Bay. You know how you put that on seafood, so maybe that's where they're getting that.
Yeah.
Came with some white queso dipping sauce.
Okay, sure.
That was really good. But I also kind of felt though if you didn't have the queso, it'd be like the cinnamon challenge. You know what I'm talking about? Where you use one of these and it's just like all dust straight down the esophagus. Heard some pretty funny stuff at the Philly Stadium though. I wrote 3 things down for you. We were walking into the stadium from this massive parking area that is so nice. All of their venues are in the same area. So the Phillies the 76ers, the Phillies, the Eagles, it's all right there. So it's just these massive parking lots, right?
Good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
Really, really nice. There's a guy sitting at a bar and he's heckling all these Mets fans as they're walking in because they're playing the Mets, big division game. You know, like right after he got done saying like, hey, Mets are going to effing lose. He looks at me. He goes, hey, St. Louis, you got a really nice park. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
We like to
the arch in the outfield,
thing.
Baby, just unparalleled.
So we walk through, we get up to where we're at, like in the higher decks, just to get in some shade. And there's these 3 girls that are standing like close to us as we were looking, kind of out at the distance, just what it looked like. And I heard him go, I'm not sure what St. Louis is, but they're not the Mets, so we can't hate them. And I was like, well. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm a little concerned with not sure what St. Louis is. Like St. Louis isn't really a what, is it?
Yeah, they obviously don't have, they're not like huge Phillies fans because we've had enough playoff battles with them that they should probably hate us, you know.
Yes.
Classic Chris Carpenter diving into first base, and I was afraid that his career and our season was going to be over, like just that alone.
Yeah, we took their soul in 2011. That was their year. It really was.
Yeah.
The last comment I heard, we were waiting to get, I think it was the food. And I saw some guy look at me and he just goes, what are you doing here? And I was like, listen, man, I'm just here to watch a game. But he's right. You know, what are Cardinals fans doing here? It was pretty good. All right, last one, Baltimore. This is single-handedly the best ballpark food I've ever had right here. Okay. I had a hot dog topped with mac and cheese and crab meat.
Wow. That's
the ooze.
I walked around. They had a lot of stuff. And I was like, is that what that says? And I walked over and I looked at it. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing was like stacked high. Hurt my soul coming down. You could feel it like ripping me to pieces.
Sure.
Amazing. Exactly like the stadium. Amazing. Just like that hot dog. Beautiful. In and out. I mean, I'm going to try not to think about the heat stroke that basically happened. They were handing out cups of ice for people. Like wow. They were literally like, rub this on
Never
your body.
A good sign. Yeah.
Yeah. And I looked over at my wife and I'm like, how you feeling? She's like, I think I'm going to die. And I'm like, well, we didn't. We're here. So anyway, beautiful stadium. Awesome food. I think it would probably go in order. Baltimore was the nicest, Philadelphia, then DC. But Baltimore's that's a beautiful place. I can't imagine watching a game if it's like in like a mid 60s or 70s, not 197.
Yeah.
So yeah, really enjoyed it, fellas. Don't enjoy driving in the DMV area. Not great. Pretty terrible.
Was it the 90, 95? What
95 is it? And yeah, all the getting around DC is like just no thanks. But really did enjoy it. All right.
That's great. I love it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tour next summer. So, we'll have to bookmark this one and then I'll see mine. I'm definitely going to have to get one of those hot dogs. It struck me that the Philly stadium was just like a level down from the Baltimore stadium. And it's almost like they just pretend to dust some crab on there and the Orioles actually give you the crab on the top. And like, maybe that's representative of the franchises. I don't know. Although not this year. The Orioles are having an inexplicably terrible year and I don't understand.
They don't understand either. I got to say this about the Phillies. When we all went to the Cardinal game a couple months ago or a month ago now, we kind of saw the anemic crowd, very little, 25,000-ish. The Phillies it was busting at the seams. There was 40, 45 plus. And going to a game, it's been a while since I've been to a game like that with that many people.
It's packed.
It really changes it.
Yeah.
It was like, there was a huge roar. I turned around and my wife was like, what happened? I'm like, the guy just walked. Like, they were, I mean, very, very, very in tune with the game. So anyway,
that's awesome.
All right, let's get in tune with some Birds games here. Okay, we went 6-3 over the last week. Played a really nice pace of play. Nice streak here, minus some of the Cubs games. Before we get into breaking down a few of those, though, we got to get into our little vibe check. Andy, 6-3 this last week. Give me your vibe check. 5 words or less.
Playoff bound.
Okay,
are we?
Proclaim.
Wait. Did you go playoff bound 1-2 or are we 3-4-5?
Yeah.
Well played. That was a professional podcast move there. The tension building drop off in the middle. Love it.
He got me.
Yeah, I don't know. People got us at coin flips right now. If you look through some of the people who do playoff, what's that called? What am I looking for? What word?
The projections or whatever.
Thank you.
Nice.
They got us like a coin flip. So I think everybody feels the same way about us, and that's how I feel. Like some days it's like, oh yeah, they're a playoff caliber team, and then other days you tune in, and you're like, who are these people, and where did they go from yesterday? So that's the current vibe check.
I like it, Matt. Good luck.
I'm gonna give this a mission success. And this could change, and I feel like this is what a vibe check is, right? You're just, what are you feeling as a fan in this moment, coming off of a Guardians sweep? I just keep thinking to myself, like, no, this team is not going to win the World Series. But if this is a runway season and we're supposed to be playing the young guys, and we're winning games. Like, we're in these. I don't know that I mean, of course, who knows? July or August just could be horrible. I just don't know that I see a horrendous collapse.
Yeah.
There's too many above average players. They keep making adjustments. Brownie keeps the attack dogs coming out. And I don't know. I feel like so far, again, we're not going to win 100 games, but I feel like for what this season was supposed to be, we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You know how you just gave me an idea when you said attack dogs again. Do you know whenever like we hit the home run and we used to have like the Big Mac phone?
Yes.
Which was kind of silly.
It
or
felt
like
forced.
Other teams.
Yeah.
Can we not just get like a porterhouse steak or like a pork chop and just like the dogs are out, like, and just start waving it?
I like it.
Yeah,
like with the classic ones you see on Saturday morning cartoons that's got the circular bone.
Oh man,
I love it. That thing always looks so good, but was just an E. coli factory in those cartoons. And maybe we need to wave a little E. coli around in the dugout. Might be good.
I agree. All right, here's my vibe check. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Mm.
Played some tough teams. I'm really talking about the Cubs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We held our own. I know we kind of wish we did more than a split, but it's a long season, and we could have done way worse than hold, kind of a split there. So I just thought staying alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's get to that Cubs series. We'll start with fun and end with misery. Okay. First two games. First game, Libby looked really nice, right? And this is all these 2-run home runs. I don't know where they were coming from. They were just falling out of our ears.
The deuces was wild that night.
Gosh, Gorm, Donnie, Burley, all of them 2-run home runs. Really kind of a handy win there. Number two, right? Game two, back and forth. I mean, this really was back and forth. I didn't even think the pitching was bad. It just was back and forth. That last inning, that play from Arenado and that 8-7 win, his he rushed up, bare hand, throw across. A little pee came out when I watched that because that is such a hard play to make. And of all of the stuff that he's done, that's got to be one of the best I think I've ever seen. Just in the moment.
Well, the guy's bearing down on third base trying to score to tie the game too. I mean, it was that was the game.
It was. Right. It was.
Well, and that's the game where we got the winning run off of PCA doing the Little League third out, and it was not the third out, and Mason was on it, baby. The friend that I have that about the only person that I can talk to at my workplace about baseball went to that game, and his son is a trader, and shout out Tristan, and he's a Cubs fan and really likes PCA.
Oh.
And I mean, which is a good player to like. Like, if I don't dislike the Cubs, PCA is exciting for them for sure. They were in the outfield in those bleachers, and he was just screaming at PCA. Like, you just, I can just imagine he's, going to be a fourth grader. So what, 9 years old and maybe 10. And you just watch your idol just do something that you would see in a Little League game of, turn around, throw a lot, about the lollipop and be like, oh, and that just hurt, right? Because that was the game-winning run.
I am happy to report that I am developing a robust sports hatred for PCA, and I already can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't want him to do well, and that's just, as a Cardinals fan, that's exactly what it should be. I was so happy that he was a moron on that play, and I loved it, and I was like, see, that's the guy right there. Hate him. So that's really developing for me, and I just like it. I like it a lot.
I second that, and I also think it's fun to watch someone crap themselves on live TV.
Yeah.
He did that, and you could see the fear in his whole body when he threw it back, and then after they kept showing him on the camera, and he's like,
yeah.
Anyway, that was well, that's where our fun runs out. Okay, folks. Game 3, Fetty throwing batting practice. They had some statistic where they had 8 or 9 hits over 95 miles an hour, just scorchers off Fetty. We lose 8-0. And then game 4, I knew when it was Shota, right, Imanaga, we weren't going to score. We can't hit lefties. He's absolutely disgusting.
Yep.
It was kind of frustrating to see them score in that dumb little fake steal play. When they the guy goes from first to second and the dude scores from third. It's that's insult to injury, dumb stuff. You know,
and it's we saw PCA and we'll raise you another Little League play and give you a run.
Exactly. It's did we really just? That's the hidden ball trick or something. Yeah. Did you just get fooled with that?
Yeah.
All right. So we split with them. We had such momentum in the first two, but again, like I said at the top, I'm really okay with splitting that series. I was afraid it was going to be worse than that. All right, let's get to something more fun. The Guardians. Sonny throws a 1-hit shutout, a Maddox, 89 pitches. So it's under 90 pitches is considered a Maddox. I'm going to say for me, that's the best pitching performance I've ever seen by a Cardinal. I think probably in recent memory, just watching. Just so unbelievably dominant. Couldn't miss with anything. And I think he's come to the very top of pitchers that we've had that I enjoy watching the most. When he's on, I don't know that I've ever seen anything better.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, he was 1 hit away from that being one of the very best games that a starter has ever thrown in Major League history, because he did on 89 pitches with 11 strikeouts. So it's not like he was doing the Miles Michaelis weak contact 6-pitch innings. He was just mowing guys down. I wasn't able to watch that game live, which is really frustrating. You know what I mean? I catch 145 of the year, and then this is the one that I miss. But I was able to go back and watch highlights, and no need for Sonny to go in the dugout and change his uniform and strip all the way down naked on that one. Keep that uniform on for the rest of the season, Sonny. That was it.
Yeah, that was a total masterclass. Speaking of Michaelis, game two, he comes out just this is something super funny. My wife was watching this one at work a little bit. She turns on, she goes, "Does Michaelis have like a feminine delivery?" And I was like, "What does that even mean?" And she's like, "Does it look like he's kind of like, I don't know, like he doesn't throw very hard?" And I was like, now that I think about it, this is no offense to Michaelis. He doesn't like follow through with his whole body. He kind of like just like throws it with his arm. So I
Hmm.
could see what she's talking about, but I thought that was hilarious. Not someone who doesn't really watch baseball that much. Like, wow, okay, maybe he does
It's
kind of throw like that.
it's kind of reminiscent of somebody throwing darts.
Yeah,
But I
with his
think that
arm.
that's kind of him, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's looking for that super precise control. But you're right; it is an odd delivery.
it's kind of an odd delivery. Anyway, so we come back from 5 down,
Very
6-1,
exciting.
score 8 consecutive runs, win nine to
Yes,
six. One of the best wins of the season. True,
yes,
it really
Yep.
was. And then today they just wrapped up. Libby was solid. 5 walks is kind of alarming.
yeah.
He was all over the place with that. Vic got him a bomb though.
Mm.
Vic had talked about how they were trying to stop. He's gotten into this habit of just hitting for contact, just trying to get on
Hmm.
base,
Hmm.
and now he's trying to actually like swing. The last couple of days, he's made a lot harder
He's been
contact,
swinging.
Yes.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is it feels like what he's doing at the beginning of the year. And
Yeah.
then Gorman, it's in every freaking game occurrence.
Yeah.
The
'Cause
galaxy
it's-
is watching, boys. I mean, we said a couple of weeks ago he's like needs to save his career with the Cardinals, and that is exactly what's
He's
what's
hot.
happening, and
Yeah.
we're watching it. I don't know how long he can sustain this
Yeah.
level, but he's doing what he needs to do right now. He's doing it.
Can you guys think of another player who, when it's a home run, you know it as soon as they hit it, other than him?
I mean,
Maybe
not necessarily
Burley.
a Cardinal,
Yeah.
like Otani.
Right. It's a rocket.
Yeah, or Judd, like
Yeah.
some, but Gorman's got that kind of lift on his stuff. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
I think I saw the replay today, and he like tagged a slider or curveball as a breaking pitch, and Brad and Chip were doing some kind of dumb thing that they were doing, and I think Brad noticed it first, and he just went oh like that was his live
Yeah.
reaction. It was just a bomb.
Yeah. And if you watch this recent one, it was off a curveball. It doesn't matter if he times it up well in his swing or he's out in front. It's just
Yeah.
immediately.
Yep.
It's gone. So 3-0 sweep of the Guardians.
Big.
Very big. You never know what's going to happen going into Pittsburgh and
Right.
then Chicago. We'll get into that later. But this was a huge series for us to rebound off of not scoring at all, to come out here and really kind of throttle the poor Guardians.
And boys, if we win tomorrow at Pittsburgh, that is the halfway point. And if we duplicate what we did in the first half or the second half, we are a 96 win Cardinals team in 2025. Wow.
I got nothing else to say. Wow.
Wow.
Wow is right. If that
Mission
happens.
accomplished on the vibe check. I'm telling you, mission
Wow.
accomplished so far.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's get into some midseason awards here. We have half dozen, maybe a few more of those, a few more than that. We're going to start with MVP. Matt, I figure what we'll do is we'll just go round robin. I'll start with you first. Who do you have for the midseason halfway point? Who is your MVP on the team?
Let me give you very quickly my finalists. I went to the WAR leaderboard. Sonny Gray 2.4, Libby 2.1 WAR, Win 2.1 WAR, Donnie 2.2 WAR. So I felt like those. I didn't want to just reduce this to a math equation, and I went with Libertor here. And here's why. It is. I don't mean to stretch this prompt too far, but the whole prompt of the season again is runway, young guys, development. Libby is a smashing success at this right now. He's got a 3.96 ERA, although that's come down from today. The FIP, though, is 2.98. That's right in the range of what Sonny Gray is. And so I think we're watching the development of a surefire rotation piece for the Cardinals on that rookie quarterback contract. And that is the single most valuable thing in sports. So I think you could easily make an argument for Donnie or Sonny Gray or Win, really, but I just went with Libby because of the philosophy of the whole season.
Yeah, that's really funny.
and-
Those are my 4 finalists as well. And when I looked through their stats of those 4 individuals and thought to myself, what does an MVP mean to me personally? I asked myself this: who has been the most consistent for the entire first half of the year?
Okay.
And I landed, after I looked at some of those same numbers that Matt is talking about, I landed with Sonny Gray as our MVP thus far. I think that he's been the most consistent pitcher. He's exactly what the Cardinals needed from their number one. He is not going to be perhaps the starting pitcher at the All-Star game, but an 8-2 record is what this Cardinals team needed in order to perform at perhaps a 96 win clip.
Yeah, I mean those finalists are all great. My gut reaction of this was Donnie, just because of how good he's been.
Sure.
But then I thought to myself, what is like valuable? What is like value? What does that mean? And I went with Libby, because I think if it's not with Libertor, if it's not for him, I don't think we are as good as we are. I mean, every 5 days he comes out and gives you a chance. Donnie, I kind of expected this from him, and maybe that's like maybe not an all-star, but maybe that's like a down on him. Like I just expected him to be good. Libertor sort of came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, shoot. Anyway, okay, so I got Libby, and Sonny. You're not going to hear any arguments, I don't think, from anybody. All right, most improved. Andy, let's start with you. Who's your most improved Cardinal midseason?
Okay, this one took me the longest. I did a lot of metric diving here of last year versus this year as my basis. So this is where I went through and looked at things and compared the Cardinals seasons from last year to this year. And I landed upon Victor Scott II as our most improved player. He had a last year, he had played just about as many games as this year. So he played about half season last year, right up there in MLB. He, first of all, I want to preface with it's not MVP caliber thing. So we're looking at improvement, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this doesn't necessarily have to be like, wow, these numbers are great. Okay. Last year with the same amount of roughly plate appearances, he had a shockingly low 40 weighted runs created, right? Of 40. So he was worth 40% of the average guy in the MLB. He has improved that this year to still below league average, but an 89 weighted runs created. So he's still 89% of, so again, 40 to 89. His defensive lines are out of the just insane, right? This is where his value has come in leaps and bounds, okay, versus last year. His defensive WAR last year was 0.7, is up to 4.9. He's ranked 9th in the entire MLB behind one Mason Wynn for outs above average. And we are very lucky and blessed to have two prominent positions defensively covered by spoilers, some Gold Glove competition down there when we get to that one, and Vic and Mason Wynn. And then his offensive WAR is so much different versus last year. Negative 10.3 last year. It's a 0.6. So if you just look at those, that's how I landed on Victor Scott II as the most improved of the Cardinals versus last year.
Matt, who's your most improved?
Sure. I totally get where Andy's coming from in thinking about this for a long time, but this one took me about 0.3 seconds, and it's Ivan Herrera. We've seen in the past, we've seen like underlying metrics. It's like this guy hits rockets all over the place, but he never had a consistent run. And so to me, he has completely changed philosophically how the Cardinals think about him from, maybe he's going to catch and maybe he's going to get buried sort of, to this guy is our everyday DH, even though it kind of clogs up spots for other guys that he is like an impediment to the roster working the way that it could efficiently. And everybody's like, yeah, great, stick his bat in there. So I think maybe he's kind of always been this under the hood, but it's above the hood, and we are rolling down the street in our new Mustang with Ivan Herrera, most improved for sure.
Yeah. So Andy, this one took me 3 seconds, but for a different way. My initial gut reaction was Vic, but you've already selected Vic only because Victor Scott looked like he needed to go back to high school last year.
Yes.
Like,
really bad.
Literally could not perform. I'm going to go with my other route, and that's Libertor. I did not by any means think that Libertor could be this. I don't know that he's most improved, but just to play kind of another option here, I thought he was going to be a bullpen guy. I never thought he would be this, and to stretch him out like this and turn into what he is, I really can't believe it. So I'm going to go there. All right, Cy Young. I'll start this one. I'm going to go with Sonny, not because of what he just did to Cleveland, but when I think of like an ace, that's what I think of in a Cy Young. And this is not a statistical analysis, but he's been a stopper for us. Just eye test. You watch, like when Sonny's on the schedule, you're like, okay, better chance he's going to come in here and give us 5, 6, 7 really strong innings and not give up 5 over 5 innings. So when I think of Cy Young for us, I'm thinking of Sonny. Andy?
I mean, he was my MVP, so obviously he's also my Cy Young. Let me give you 3 stats real quick that I had written down for Cy Young.
Okay.
So StatCast has something called run value on pitches. They break down where they're at overall, and then they break it down by pitch. And so the higher it's on a scale to 100, the higher the number, the better you are compared to league average, compared to the other guys in the league. Yeah. So Sonny this year has so far an overall rating of 92 in his pitching run value. So if you want to talk about a guy who is going to keep you in a game, that Matt kind of talked about was Libby, which I totally agree with. I don't dissent by that at all with Libby. But Sonny is right there at a 92. So we have 2 guys right now, and I agree with Matt with Libby and you, Jonathan, with Libby. We have 2 guys giving us a very good chance of winning that game out of the gate, and that feels good. He has a 97 breaking pitches run value, 97 overall out of 100. It is insane. That sweeper is working. He is painting that corner. He is sweeping that sucker, and it looks good whenever he throws it. So that is who my Cy Young is.
Is it the Triple Crown, Matt? Is it meant to be?
Boys, they ain't a cloud in the sky. It's sunny over here, too. He's on a 5-WAR pace.
Yep.
He's got K-punch. He is what the Cardinals' entire rotation needs to look like in terms of how he manufactures outs. And just to boot, he's got the most innings on the team. So I don't know how you can do it. He's the number 1 pitcher. He's number 1 through the rotation. He faces the other team's best pitchers. He's got the most innings. He's got the best numbers. I also realized that, like an idiot, I picked Libby for my MVP, but Sonny Gray is period end of story the best pitcher on the roster. So he's the Cy
Young. I'm glad that we all 3 were in unison on that one. That makes sense to me. All right, this next one I struggled the most with personally. It's Rookie of the Year. Take this really whatever direction you want to, because I struggled to find like true rookies. So Matt, I'll start with you. I'm not sure how you want to take it.
I don't know if this is gonna pass the MLB muster, but this is where I picked Vic.
Okay, that's fine.
In that, again, I think that last year didn't count because he was a high schooler in the big leagues.
He was.
And his weighted runs created plus at the moment is under 100. But I will say for the most of the season, he's been an above average hitter and an elite center defender in center field. And as you guys alluded to already, I think we're seeing kind of the ends of just a horrific slump from Vic. So if this guy's going to be one of the best center fielders in the game and above average and swipe all kinds of bases, that is extremely valuable. And so again, he played quite a bit last year, and I'll be honest with you, I did not look up what was the technical term for a rookie. Does he not qualify?
He doesn't qualify. No.
Last year,
these are my awards. So rookie of the year goes to Victor Scott II.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I was going to pick. The reason why I looked is because I also was going to pick Vic. He's really fun. He has the second fastest clocked 90-foot split in a run. So that's just fun to watch whenever you watch somebody that quick.
I just didn't want to do the work outside of Vic if it couldn't have been him. You know?
Yeah.
So I am in agreement with Matt. If he could, it would be Vic. If not, I picked Thomas the Italian. He's slashing 271, 293, 390. And so what I picked up on, though, what is exciting about Thomas the Italian is the fact that his average exit velocity. So listener, that is how hard this man is hitting the ball off of the bat. Okay. So what is the speed coming off his bat? Is higher than Wilson Contreras'. It's just barely behind Jordan Walker's, somebody who we've highlighted before with a very fast, it just jumps off the ball. So that's exciting whenever a guy, because typically your exit velocity, how hard you're hitting the ball off the bat, does not alter very much across, like it's like your IQ over your life. It doesn't change a whole lot. You're just like pretty consistently in that area, and being high average for that stat is exciting. What he could do with that for someone who's a utility man in the infield.
Man, that'd be so tough if your IQ swung a lot in your life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine. Thomas the Italian is going to be a legit MLB player. Market.
Yes, I think so too.
He's going to. He just needs time to play, but he's going to.
Yep.
I took the more traditional route here. I looked up how much it had to be. I think it's a certain amount of plate appearances.
It is.
Because my initial reaction, I just wanted to say Riley O'Brien, but he's been in the league like a little while, so I can't say that.
Okay.
Just because I love him. We know we love Rob around here. So I'm going to go the true route, and I'm going to say Matt Swanson.
Okay.
He's been pretty good. I mean, he's not like jumping off the page, but he is a true rookie. Came up this year for the first time. And he comes in and he looks like he could be pretty effective.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I loved what you guys said in the last pod whenever it's out and about burning to death in the DMV area. The bus, just these guys that come up and it's like it's so low risk. They come up, they throw 98, send them back down to Memphis if they need a break or whatever. It's awesome. I think that's I really agreed with that.
I think you're right, though. I think Sponson has the potential to get himself off the bus.
Yeah, he's good. He's been good.
There are bullpen pieces that we would never do that with, even if they're young. And I think you could see a future where he's off the bus for sure.
I agree. All right, Andy, we'll keep chugging here. Most swagger. Who you got for most swagger?
You guys made me a believer. It is Willie, by far. Wilson Contreras. For me personally, that's why I said by far. He just doesn't care. And no. you need a person that just doesn't care. And I heard you guys talk about, I've said it in previous pods, I'll just say it again. The man doesn't care. He'll go fight. What? It doesn't matter. He's that ready. Type of dude. It's kind of like that alpha mentality. Everybody's talking about that alpha male, you know, but that, like Matt said, I think last pod, or you don't want to meet him out
in the
the
back
street.
alley.
No, you don't. Nope. And that is what swagger is, like that he's aura farming, boys, to use the slang today. That's what he is to me. He just oozes that aura of like, don't mess with me, let's go.
Yeah. All right, Matt, who you got?
Speaking of oozing aura, I picked Willie for my most swagger, but I had to pause and think a long time for a man with the natural aura oozing out of him that Mason Wynn has. And also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Ivan Hura just take his helmet off after he's hit a home run. That's a fine-looking man. And my
wife has. Tell you that.
listen, your wife and me both at the same time, just with the hard eyes on the TV screen. But I'm also going to go with Willie. Reese Hoskins, run into me at first base. I dare you.
Oh, man.
F-bomb live in an interview, right?
Yeah.
The dude bat flips on walks. I saw one on this road trip that he just chucked it straight over his head on a walk. He is always into it with the Cubs, and there's really no reason for it because he was like a big part of the
beloved Cub.
He is always calling them out and saying the Cardinals is a better franchise. And so I just think it's Willie. I really do.
Yep, it's Willie. I'm going to add one more to our triple crown here for you. One more example. He broke his bat today on the ground on a 2-strike pitch. Like he swung and missed it. So the count was 1-2 and he was mad and he broke the bat on the ground. That's typically something you do if you struck out.
Right.
Yeah.
So the ump just like called time. He had to go get another bat and then that was it. Like nobody does that stuff, you know?
No.
And I don't know if we're mixing swagger with insanity here, but I'm okay with it.
Whatever it takes.
I'm okay with
whatever it takes to get it done. Whatever that chemical mix is, we'll take it.
He's towing the line. Yeah, he's got the ooze or whatever. All right, unsung hero. I'm going to start us with this one. I'm going to say our unsung hero up to this point is the entire coaching staff.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
The entire coaching staff. I sat there and I thought this team is totally different. And yes, it's the players, but from the guru to Danny Descalce to I don't know, to John Jay, the guys just feel better this year. It just looks better. I'm gonna go with the coaching staff. Matt.
Okay, I'm gonna take a hard left turn. I don't usually praise this guy, Miles Michaelis.
Wow.
He's kind of reinvented himself. He's like a league average pitcher. He gives us innings. I was really scared that this was going to be like a Waino on fumes kind of situation, and it still scares me, but he just kind of keeps doing it. And so I just want to give him a little bit of love. So he was my unsung hero.
That was nice. That was nice. Andy?
Yeah. All right, well, I might go the other direction of the swing here. My unsung hero, because in my limited time playing baseball, I understand how hard it is to do what he has done, and it is Steven Matz. Okay, he is the pitching equivalent of utility man.
He's good.
Started 2 games. He has a 1.2 WAR doing this thing, coming out of the bullpen. He's doing long relief. He's setting up. He's doing whatever the coaching staff needs. Is he like great all the time? No, he's not. But it's really hard to do what he's doing. So my unsung hero is Steven Matz.
That was our strongest section. That was good. I liked all 3 of those answers quite a bit. A little bit of variety in there too. All right, Matt, start us. Gold Glove guy. Who do you have?
Easy call. Vic, you're awesome. It's Mason Wynn. excellent defense at shortstop. He's high in defensive run saves. He's high in UZR. He makes the easy plays. He makes the hard plays. He makes the sexy plays. He makes all the plays. So at perhaps the single most important defensive position on the diamond, and he's like 24 years old, and it is awesome that we have him for the next 10 years.
Andy, any others? That's it for you?
That was it. Masyn Winn, he's got ranked 8th in MLB. I said it earlier, with Victor Scott riding his tails. So the middle of the, if we get a second baseman that's like that, that's pretty scary for the other team, having that defensive out there.
Yep. Mine is also Masyn Winn. He gets the Triple Crown here as well. I think this is his best chance. Like he should have been in the running last year. He's got a real strong chance of winning it this year. The only guy that's technically beating him, and I think it's outs above average, or maybe it's defensive run saved, is the dude on the Braves. But he's like, he's like been like a backup guy. He's not like anybody that anyone shaking his stick at. So I think he's got a real chance this year.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, kick us off with needs a break. Like he's snake bitten. Something always going on. Something's always happening. Who is it for you?
Currently, this year there was a stretch. Too long of a stretch. It's Newt. I know we're riding high on Newt. I think they are getting him some breaks here. So that is who I personally have with this. I don't think this season is a loss for him. John Gruden came in and did a pep talk with the Cardinals and had a Newt shirt on.
So weird.
It was
so weird.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, dude, Newt has gained some. Oh no, it's John Gruden. Like that he gained a lot of weight.
Oh man.
I don't think that Newt is derailed for the season. I just think we need to give him a little room to breathe, figure it out, and come back and show us why we want the Newt being loosed. Good
call on John Gruden. Forgot about that weirdness. All right, Matt.
I thought that was going to portend a big losing streak somehow.
They actually lost that game. By the way, it was against the Cubs.
Yeah.
They did lose that.
Jordan Walker needs to find some anti-venom, and he needs to find it fast because he was terrible.
Get lost in the dust. Yeah.
Yes, he is. I feel like he was starting to make strides, and he had this weird wrist thing. He was bad after he came back from the wrist thing, which that's a hard injury for a batter to have. And then he had this appendicitis thing, and it's getting a little scary for him. Burley's hitting, Gorman's hitting, Joshua Baez in Double-A is lighting it on fire. Weatherholt is lighting it on fire. There's some chatter about Weatherholt going to center field sometimes. I just Jordan, you need to listen. I'm going to give you the pep talk I gave Gorm. You got to save your Cardinals career right now. You got to get the appendicitis behind you, and you have got to start producing. We'll give you the whole rest of the year, but there's too many other guys hitting, and he needs the anti-venom bad.
That's a good one. That was my runner-up.
Yep, that's mine. Walker. He maybe the appendix is what was really been weighing him down.
Oh man.
Maybe now that he's gotten it out. You're right though. He feels like the odd man out right now.
Yes.
If we do this 2 months from now, is he going to feel like the odd man out? I don't know. Because we would have said Gorman maybe was the, you know what I mean? Like 2 months ago, we thought, oh boy. Yeah, Walker he just, as soon as he starts to make progress.
Yep.
It's like, the sniper on the roof gets him. You know what I mean? Like just every single time.
Yes. Walker still has plot armor, but I just don't know how much longer that's going to hold. I don't know.
That's so true. Yep. All right, clutch performer. I'll kick us with this one. It's Ivan. Ivan.
Okay.
He has hit more late hitting home runs than anybody on our team. And that doesn't necessarily equate to always being a clutch performer.
Sure.
But every time he comes up late in the game, he's hit like 4 or 5 go-ahead home runs at the end of the game. And I'm like, okay, all right, this is it for me. Andy?
Okay, you guys ready to strap on for it to go to school real quick here? Okay, so there is a metric that does this in StatsCast, okay? It is WPA, that is win probability added, right? The highest rated Cardinal in that is Alec Burleson at 0.95. Yep. Okay, so let me walk you through real quick. I'm going to try and make this as fun as possible with this math, okay? So WPA stands for win expectancy, okay? Or win probability. All right, so if a batter flies out on the first pitch of the game, the home team's win expectancy goes up about 2%. Okay, so every swing, every pitch has a has a value associated with it. Okay. And this is a credit. So if you swing and miss, it's a like negative 0.4 percentage point down. Okay. So that's one. So that's just how well you're either hitting, it's how well you're doing. It has a value associated with it. Okay. And then it's like, okay, what about the clutchness of it? Like when it's happening, like you said, Ivan's hitting him late in games.
Right.
So there needs to be some type of mathematical thing. It is called the leverage index. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So here is an example. Imagine that a home team has a win expectancy of 60% right now. Okay. And there's only, let's just assume for simplicity's sake, listener, that are lost in the weeds, that there's only two possible outcomes of a play. And let's say it's Alec Burleson up to bat. Let's say he can either single or strike out. That's just it. That's it. I know there's lots of different things, but for simplicity's sake, listener, Alec is either singling or striking out. Okay. Imagine that each occurs 50% of the time. So if we did this 100 times, 50 strikeouts, another 50 would be singles. Okay. So let's say that the win expectancy of the Cardinals goes up from 60% up to 70% because Alec singled. Okay. And would go down to, let's say, 40% if he struck out, AKA clutch, right? Like maybe there's 2 on and the Cardinals are down by 2. Sure. And if he knocks in 2 runs, so that's the weight to this. Like those moments that Jonathan's talking about, there is a weight associated for that specific at bat. So when you factor that in, so that is how well basically does, it's his expectancy, like how well is he producing at those crucial moments of like, okay, this at bat could make the Cardinals go to a 70% win rate or a 40%. It is that crucial. When you factor those things in, this man Burley is adding 1 win to the Cardinals season this far and is ranked in the top 25 in MLB in that statistic.
Burley biscuits.
Doing it. Most clutch. I did not look at any math. I did not look up any stats. I just didn't with this. What I wanted to do with this is I just kind of wanted to. Yeah, just from my fan perspective and just my flawed memory, I gave it to Nolan Arenado. I feel like he has had like a few. They're not all home runs. Sometimes it's a sac fly. Sometimes it's a single. Sometimes it's a barehanded play across the diamond. He has just been involved in a lot of our late game wins, starting on opening day, all the way up through like this past week. And I'm sure the math is right on Burleson. And Jonathan, who's yours? Oh, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan has hit a ton of late game home runs. I think those are good picks too. But just for whatever reason, Arenado was just sticking in my mind with that. He's been involved in a lot.
That's a good point. He absolutely has.
If I did it by the eye test and I didn't decide to deep dive to see if there's a clutch saver metric, I would have picked Nolan Arenado as well. So you're not off there at all. He also passed my eye test, and then I just found this rabbit hole of like, oh my gosh, there's math to explain this.
Well, you don't need math when a guy hits a walk-off lazy fly ball. That's never happened.
Right.
All right. Last section we have here, relief Cy Young. Okay. Can I count us to 3 and we all say the name?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think there's one name here.
There's one.
There should only be one name.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Phil Maton.
Phil Maton. Yeah. Yep. I tried to say it with as little emotion in my voice.
It was all deadpan.
Register at all. Yes. I don't even know that we need to say the stat. I only want to say one. He's got 50% ground ball rate and 32.8% strikeout rate. That is going to translate to a good bullpen 85 almost percent of the time. The dude's not hitting it in the air. That's it. That's what you want.
He is top 5% in these following metrics. He's top 5 in the MLB percentage of ERA, K rate, hard hit balls, as in lowest hard hit. Okay, they're not hitting him hard. Top 5% as the opposing team has the worst slugging percentage against him. They have the worst batting average against him. He is in the top 5% of the opposing team's exit velocity. They're not hitting him hard at all. Hard hit balls, exit velocity, and that is incredible. That is what you want out of your bullpen. He is the only pick. He is our Cy Young in the bullpen.
Everybody in the league has got to feel kind of dumb because we picked this guy up at a McDonald's on the way down to spring training. And
that's what I was getting ready to say. Time, buddy, keep blooming. Do not spend big money on the pin. Don't do it. There are Phil Matons every year, and we can find them.
Yep. He's a top 10 reliever in all baseball. Just all those stats you said. He's like number 8 or something. He's also, too, if we decide to trade some people away, Phil Maton's a piece that people might want.
Or our 9th inning closer.
Also true. I think I'd want Phil Maton over Ryan Hilsley. Is that crazy?
Nope, right now, I agree.
Right now, no. Well, I mean, look at those. Right. Listen to what we just said. Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's check in on some baby birds, the minor league update for us. We did this a couple months ago. Our top 5 prospect list has changed. Okay. I don't know if you guys knew this.
That's good.
So with the Italian moving up to the league,
right?
It shifted a little bit. So 1 and 2 are the same. It's JJ and Quinn Matthews. Number 3 is now Leonardo Bernal. Number 4 is Tink, and number 5 is still Jimmy Crooks. So I'm gonna cherry pick a few of these that I thought might be interesting for you guys to hear about and the listeners. JJ Weatherholt being our number 1 prospect is still very real. He is batting .309, .433, .448 in Double-A, and has more walks than strikeouts. He also is horrifyingly close to having the same walk rate as one Juan Soto in the minor leagues. I thought that was an interesting little tidbit I might share with you guys. He's got a higher walk rate than Newt in his minor league career. This is all looking at just Double-A. He needs to be in Triple-A yesterday. He just needs to. He has nothing to prove down here. He's got a sweet swing too. I flipped on the game yesterday and he hit a 2-run home run like right when I watched. It's just easy for him. He is not being challenged right now.
He's also, when he gets up to the big leagues, he is going to go straight into the most swagger conversation because he's good, he's confident, he knows it, and I kind of like that brand for us. Honestly, we're stacking those guys up right now. I think that's good to have high confidence guys.
I agree. He whenever you see a guy that's as confident with his eye as somebody like Weatherholt, he's a pro. Like you can just tell when you know the zone like that. You know they're going to be good. So JJ is still really excelling and needs to be moved up to AAA. Quinn Matthews, he came back from his injury. He's only pitched 17 innings since April. Getting roughed up a little bit, but he's starting to, the ERA is coming down a little bit. It's 5.27 versus it was like 6 in April. He's finding his footing. He's still walking a ton of people. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot to see if that's purposeful. Like, is he trying to get people to chase or does he have no command? But this is not an issue that he faced last year. So this could be something that's popped up and he's yet to figure it out as he's walked a few more guys than he has struck out, which is never a good stat. So I'm curious to see as we go on what Quinn is going to continue to do. Because I thought, hey, he might come up later on as one of these bullpen guys or something just to see him this year. But I don't know that they're going to do that if he's continuing to walk people like this. All right, Bernal, number 3. He's a catcher. We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
JJ Weatherholt and Bernal look like Magic and Kareem. I don't know if that is good.
That's good in Double-A
combo. Yep. Yeah. It looks unbelievable. He is every time JJ's on, Bernal's knocking him in. He's batting 289, 360 with a 507 slug, buddy. That will work.
From the catching position, that'll play.
Yeah. In the catching position. He also needs to be in AAA. These are 2 guys that just do not look like they're being challenged very much right now. So it would be nice to see them move up a rung here and see what happens. But again, we talked about this, and I guess I'll get to him right now. Jimmy Crooks, he's our number 5. He's a catcher. He's batting 250, 313, and a 432 slug. What do you do now, guys? We're running into this like this log jam a bit. Is do you move Bernal up to AAA? Well, Jimmy's there. Who's going to start? These are the hard decisions that somebody's going to have to make at some point.
Move Jimmy up.
That's what I would do.
Yep. I know what to do, and it rhymes with getting rid of Pedro Paez at the end of the year.
That's a long rhyme. I skipped over Tink because I kind of just feel like that's what we do now. He's back. He had a really, really nice game in Double-A where he was a part of that no-hitter.
Yeah.
Had a start since then, got demolished. He's back down into Double-A, even though they want him into Triple-A. I don't know what to think about Tink. I feel like he's just forever going to be in the minor leagues, and it scares me. Yeah.
I mean, it's just all going to be health with him. Like he always does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's just going to be, can the shoulder hold together? He is very scary, though. I know our good friend Scott Plaza comes on, and he's very excited about Tink. And, all of the talent is there, but it's such a scary thing with his injury stuff.
It is. There's three guys I want to highlight that are not in the top five. Takoa Roby moved from AA to AAA. I watched Takoa Roby's a couple of his starts in AA. That team is really good. They're like 20 games over 500. A lot of the reason why is these dudes I've been mentioning are all in AA. He was nasty in AA. He had one start where he struck out like 11 people. Moved up to AAA. Has met some resistance. He's gotten hit kind of hard. But he's still striking out a lot of people. So that tells me that the stuff does play. He's just going to have to continue to learn how to make adjustments and how to work it with hitters at that level. Yeah. But he's got a 40-man roster slot. Takoa does. We're going to need to see him at some point here. We're going to need to see him at some point. He's number 10. I don't know if I mentioned that. Number 25 on our list is Mr. Xian, Ixan. No idea.
Heard somebody say that loud.
Is that what it is?
Ishan.
Mm-hmm. English is so great that the X letter also goes shh. So that's good. I'm glad we learned
like
that.
In algebra, it can change around,
It can.
It can. I highlighted him back in April. He had a really strong start. He has continued that strong start. He's up to almost 70 innings at a 2.75 ERA, striking out almost 9 people per game. That's, again, why this team is 20 games over 500 down in AA. He needs to move up. There's nothing else for him to prove. Last guy, very interesting dude here. His name is Jack Ralston, AA, righty reliever. He's kind of old. He's 27. It's kind of old for AA. Almost 30 innings, 1.84 ERA. Striking out, K over 9 is 11.66.
Okay.
He's one of these dudes. You know how Palante has that real over-the-top delivery? It's like almost like uncomfortable to watch. It's exactly how this guy is. He's really tall, comes down super hard on the ball, throws really hard. I'm surprised he hasn't moved up higher because he feels like one of these random shuttle guys that will eventually start coming around. But he's looked really impressive. Again, another AA dude. So that kind of wraps up our baby birds check-in there. I think, Matt, you said something about JJ possibly playing center field. They're going to do anything possible to get that guy on the diamond. I think he's legitimate. Like, they're going to do anything they can.
Yeah, I just feel, and I don't know, I've just like seen that online or kind of heard whispers, but if you can like churn out as many of these like Dodger like multi-positional kind of thing, when you were saying all that, here was my one overarching thought. Like, are we already seeing the Jaimesons in the minors? Like, is this because these new hires and we were going crazy about them in the fall? And I realize it's on the players and they're developing and you know what I mean? It's about the players. But to have this kind of background and have this setup and have this support system, I just wonder if we're already seeing it.
I don't think I could disagree or anybody could bring credible evidence against that. There are dudes that are popping right now. This happens every year, but this feels like there's like 6 of them right now that are like really something here. So, and
to me, it's the guys that are like, oh, we don't. This guy doesn't have a track record. This guy changed something. This guy, like, that's what I feel like is happening. And I don't know what to do except to contribute that to some coaching stuff, right?
That's what he did in Boston. I mean, that's what he did there. So,
yeah.
All right, let's get to the finish here. Highlight what we are watching for next week. We have the Pirates series, 3 games there, and then 3 games against the Cubs over July 4th. Andy, what are you looking for in either of those series? Anything specific?
I'm going to pivot off that and say I'm going to start giving live on the air here, boys, a pitch. I'm going to give us what I think our record is going to be this coming week, and then we can check us. You can check me at the start of next. How about
like it?
I will. I'm just kidding.
I want us to.
I think to strap on and check it out.
Yeah. I think we're going to go 3-3. I think we're going to go 1-2 against the Pirates. That's the hot take, and 2-1 against the Cubs at Wrigley. I think that we're going to get it done in Chicago. I think too much of our attention is going to be done at the Wrigley series, and I think we're going to fall short against the Pirates.
Okay, Matt?
I was just going to say, there's obvious things, right? There's the guys that struggling. Can Newt get loose? Can Vic continue? Will the Galaxy continue to watch Gorm? Like all the things that we've been talking about recently, I think those are worth tracking. I was just going to say, I am hoping to come out of this week 3-3. I would be fairly satisfied with that. I just don't want all 3 losses to be in Wrigley at the Cubs. And if we can get through another week, because we're not going to catch the Cubs, I don't think so, for the division. So as long as we can stay close to some wild card stuff, again, I think it's just a survive and advance kind of thing. That's what I want us to do.
All right, I'll follow the same theme here. I do have a little bit of fear with the Pirates series. This just feels, I don't know if we're going to catch Skeens, but it feels like a gotcha thing where like we're going to leave there 1-2 or something dumb.
We do. The potential, the second game is Skins.
Well, I mean, I guess we do destroy him every time.
Collect our ace, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about the Cubs series, I really dislike watching baseball at Wrigley. It's so, the home runs are so dumb, like that basket with the wind. Yeah. Like, it's just like, you never know what's going to happen. So I feel like it would be, not out of the realm of possibility to say there's going to be like 17 home runs hit. I mean, we've been destroying home runs all over the place right now. It's really easy to hit home runs at Wrigley. So I kind of feel confident, weirdly, going into this Cubs series that we're swinging the bat really well. I know they just mowed us down at home those last 2 games, but Wrigley's a hitter's park. It really is. So
I have one thing I do want to highlight about that is that we do get a Sunday night Cards Cubs on ESPN, Sunday Night Baseball. And we do, it's going to be scary because the starting pitcher for the Cardinals currently is slated as Fetty. But here's my hope, boys. I hope in national TV on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball that Fetty shows up and
we could trade him.
Yes, that's it.
We should note these next 2 series come off of a away series against the Guardians. This is a 10-day road trip for us, and to have to end on Sunday Night Baseball, it's like in the NBA, sometimes you talk about schedule losses. I just wouldn't be surprised if this was not a great week for us because this is a tough stretch. I think that's a lot of days away from Busch.
Be patient. I think you're right. I think you're right. If something bad happens, just be patient with this. There's a lot of ball games left to be played.
Sonny is not going up against Skeens, how those off days worked out. So unfortunately, he's got Palante and Skeens who's going up against each other on game 2 in Pittsburgh.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in to the Redbird Rundown this week. Your go-to source for all St. Louis Cardinals news. Subscribe, rate, review the show to help us grow. Follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook for the latest news. Keep your rally caps on, and let's go Cards.